Welcome back to another Ratface 44 Reviews. My name is James, and today we have Action Force Swarm Tracer. So let's get this started! So before we get this started, big shout out to Collectibles, best place to get Action Force figures in Canada. And a shout out to my friend Luke, who lent me this action figure for this review. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Beautiful display of this awesome action figure, man. Kind of regret not getting it, but maybe in the future I will. My justification is that I've already have a lot of Swarms. See my back catalog of my reviews of the Swarm. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this packaging. It's all done in this neon green color, and it has the patented kind of bee hive type of hexagonal pattern. Swarm Tracer at the bottom, 14 plus, and a beautiful window packaging here of the action figure with all the accessories. And on the side here, we got some cool kind of artwork of the figure, as you can see here. Very nice. And on the back of the packaging, you have the cool glow-in-the-dark highlighted feature here in this depiction. You got the file card here if you want to pause and read that. Very cool. 5 action points, as this is a deluxe packaging. Same type of artwork on this side of the packaging. So let's go ahead and unbox this figure. So I got my trusty scalpel here. Let's go ahead and open them up. So the reason, like I was saying, the reason why I skipped out on this figure is because I already have a bunch of them. And you know, a lot of people like the glow-in-the-dark feature. I think it's kind of cool. But to tell you the truth, it doesn't really appeal to me that much. But I might eat my words later on in this video when we test out the glow-in-the-dark feature. So here he is, all in the cardboard and plastic prison. Same kind of pattern on the back of this figure, just like the other Swarm. So let's take this guy out of the plastic. So we got Swarm Tracer all out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. So like all Valaverse Action Force figures, they come with cup hands, 2 of them, lots of hands. Got fisted hands, very cool, and we got some holding hands. And trigger fingers are default on the figure itself. So the Swarm Tracer comes with 3 heads. This is the regular Swarm head done in this glow-in-the-dark paint job. And it has like this gray type of paint on it. Very cool. And a little bit of black paint there on the nose. And next we have the other head. We'll take a little closer look. Let's zoom in here. Very cool. Has that same hexagonal pattern. Same kind of gray paint here on the mouth part. And next we have this machine gun type of rifle. Very cool. We've seen this before in the line, but you can see that it is kind of translucent here, and it's glowing. I think this glows in the dark also. I really hope. We'll test it out later on in this video. And of course there is a port for blast effects. Next we have the shield that's in a glow-in-the-dark plastic. Very cool. Same kind of hexagonal pattern. And lastly, with the accessories, we have the jetpack, winged jetpack. Of course, this is glow-in-the-dark, same type of pattern, black and gray plastic. Got a peg, and also there's some really cool detail on the back here. Awesome, and a little exhaust. So before we look at this figure, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, make a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. So let's take a closer look at the Swarm Tracer. So this is essentially the same head sculpt as the Swarm Horde. I have it right here. Let's take a look at that. We can do a little bit of comparison. Thank you, Luke, for lending me this one in the package. So it's essentially, is it the same head? It's quite possible it could be the same head, but just kind of retooled. That is very cool. Nice little details. So let's zoom in a little bit more on the head. Very, very nice sculpting. Very nice contrast with the green glow in the dark. As you can see, it has this black paint that's on it. It had the little ears, just like the Swarm Horde. Very cool. Check out the detail on that mouthpiece. This is pretty scary looking head sculpt, I might add. And you can tell that there's like a little bit of that same type of gray plastic or gray paint here on the head. So this basically the same mold as the regular Swarm, just a nice repaint and a nice homage to like glow-in-the-dark figures back in the day. So this is a removable vest. Just be careful when you heat it up not to heat it up too much. It might get a little bit too pliable. Just a forewarning. This vest is also glow-in-the-dark. Has some cool green paint apps on the arms and on the forearm here. Black and glow-in-the-dark paint or green. Default trigger fingers. Has a floating belt right here, which is pretty neat. Gray paint on the abdomen. So as we move down, there is a molded in belt also. And we got these straps that go around the thigh. We have a holster for a handgun. And I like how this is kind of loaded up by default in the holster here. So as we move down the legs, these legs are super glow in the dark. I've seen pictures. Very cool. And look at the feet. They are done in pure glow in the dark plastic. You can see the joints here that are made in this kind of it looks like a little bit lighter whitish green. It's kind of strange with the joints, but it must come through when it's glowing. So let's go over a little bit of the articulation. This is like the third time reviewing this exact figure. He has that jetpack so he can fly, so his head goes really far up, really pretty far down. He has really good butterfly shoulder joints, so they can go way back and way forward. Double jointed, pinless elbows. Very cool. Got a cool rotation here. He's a little loose in the ab portion. We got swivel at the thighs. There's going to be some hindrance there, of course, with these straps and all this stuff going on the thighs. We got double jointed pinless knees, and we got rockers and up and down on the ankles, but there's going to be a little bit of hindrance here with the armor on the shins. And on the back, on the floating belt, there is a sheath there with a knife that's on here by default. So overall, this figure looks awesome. I like the green and black. So let's go ahead and load up the Swarm Tracer. I'm going to test out the glow in the dark. So before we load them up, let's go ahead and swap out the heads and see how it looks. So that was a pretty seamless joining of the extra heads. Very cool. Take a look at that. I love the ball joint. Let's try on the other one. That looks really cool. Wow. Definitely an army builder. You have to get 3 of them or 2 more. Very cool. But I think the other head would, this one I think it might glow even brighter than the other ones because it's more surface, more glow in the dark. That looks awesome. So let's go ahead and load up the shield. The easiest way to remove these hands is a little bit of heat. So I'm going to put a holding hand on him. So I put the holding hand on his left hand just so he can be holding on to his rifle. Very cool. This is a lot of glow in the dark stuff here on this figure. So this thing is going to be glowing like crazy. So let's put his wings up. Alright, so let's charge up this glow-in-the-dark material. Just give me one moment. Alright guys, so I was able to go outside. The sun actually came out and I got it to supercharge. Check out those legs, man. They are glowing in the base. Absolutely awesome. Check that out. Amazing. I've seen, like I was saying, I've seen lots of people using the UV light and charge it up, and it burns really brightly. If you want to see pictures, check out the internet pictures. They're freaking awesome. So we can't have a review without some comparison. So let's break out this scarab, since I have the scarab head on the Swarm Tracer. and it's pretty much the exact same head, just done in, of course, glow-in-the-dark plastic. Swapped out the head for the Swarm Tracer for the Swarm head, and here is a comparison with the regular Swarm. As you can see, they're the same type of head, of course, but done in different plastic. And here's the Swarm Sentry. Let's compare them. Exact same figure, of course. So here they all are, all lined up. All the swarms plus the scarab. They look pretty awesome together. Unfortunately, I don't have a swarm horde loose, but this is the inbox one. Thanks to my friend Luke for lending me this for the comparison. So there you have it, guys. There is my review of the Swarm Tracer. Very awesome figure. So I want to thank everyone who's watching my videos right now. I really highly appreciate it. All my subscribers, you guys all rock. Thank you again. I can't say thank you enough. Thanks for watching, and it's time for action.